All right, this is exercise 13, and it has to do with calculating F in, okay? It says, Winnie, a waitress, holds in one hand a 5 Newton tray stacked with 12 3.5 Newton dishes. The length of her arm from her hand to her elbow is 30 centimeters. And her bicep muscle exerts a force of 5 centimeters? Okay, I did not read this correctly. Okay, right? I see. All right, it's my fault. Let me read it again. Winnie, a waitress, holds in one hand a 5 Newton tray stacked with 12 3.5 Newton dishes. The length of her arm from her hand to her elbow is 30 centimeters. And her bicep muscle exerts a force 5 centimeters from her elbow, which acts as a fulcrum. How much force must her bicep exert to allow her to hold the tray? So the elbow is the fulcrum, right? And how much force do I have to exert on the tray? Okay, so what's going to be the force out, right? It's going to be, the force out is going to equal the tray, which is 5 newtons, plus 12 times 3.5. So what does that whole thing equal? What's 5 times 5 plus 12 times 3.5? Somebody get that for me? I need to know what this value is. 47. 12 times 3.5 plus 5 is 47. 47. Okay, good. It says at the end how much force must her bicep exert to allow her to hold the tray. That's going to be Fi, right? What's going to be DO? What's going to be DO? 30 centimeters, correct? Correct? DO is 30 centimeters, right? DO is 30 centimeters. And what is DI? DI equals what? Equals what? 5 centimeters. We're going to have to do a little bit of a lesson on levers. Does anybody see a problem with the way this is worded? It's kind of a little weird, isn't it? We'll continue doing it, and then I'll make a little bit of a statement. Okay, so plug into this equation here. We're looking for Fi. So this is going to be 47 I'll leave off the unit labels. The centimeters will cancel, so we don't have to worry about changing those to meters, correct? Yes? And then that's going to be DO is 5 equals DI is 30. And then this is FI, right? So what is 47 Did I make a mistake here? DO is 30. And this is 5. Correct? Right? DO is 30. And this is 5. So what is 47 times 30 divided by 5? What is it? I can't hear. 282. So by difficult lever, isn't it? That's your arm, correct? That's your arm. That's a lever. What I'll do is I'll do a quick lesson on the next video to explain a little bit about levers. There's 3 kinds of levers, and that's this lever, right? Where the load is out here, correct? The load is out here, yes? And the amount of force that I have to apply, it doesn't necessarily, it's not consistent with the logic of a machine, is it? Is it? So I have to exert, the machine, my arm, has to exert a greater force to lift this. Yes? Okay. And we'll talk about that when in the next film. Yes? So the answer is 282 newtons. Are we off? Okay.